I was surprised to see the father of Davido, David Adeleke, his father, Deji Adeleke, give a press um, press conference, invited press from different news agencies to his home to give a press statement and to entertain questions from journalists. It had to do with the issue of Anna. Anna is a young girl whose mother for several years has claimed that the Anna is Davido's child, that she was working as a receptionist or so in a hotel where Davido lodged after a performance or during a performance, and that Davido slept with her and such. When she gave birth, they said that the grandmother of Anna, that's the mother of the woman who is alleging. The woman's is Grace Ayo, one Grace Ayo. Ayo's mother, questioned Ayo about who got her pregnant, and she claimed it was Davido. And so there's been this issue for years where this Ayo's mother, and Ayo, they claim that Anna, the daughter of Ayo, that this Anna is Davido's child. So if you listen to the press conference, Davido's father, Deji Adeleke, billionaire, is a billionaire. He's a quiet person, and he doesn't give press conferences. You only see him occasionally during social events, but you don't see him out there. You know, he's a reserved person. He does his business, mind his business, take care of himself and his family and all that. Very noble person. He's a family person, and he takes the caring for his family, his large family, takes it very seriously. So he said that the grandmother of Anna, they sent a message to him. The message was to him. The message was not for Davido. They sent a message to him. So he received a letter addressed to him. That's Deji Adeleke, Davido's father. The letter was addressed to him, where this woman now, Anna's grandmother, said that she's a widow, she's lost the husband, and that she is taking care of the daughter, and the daughter gave birth to a child, that he has been taking care of the daughter and the daughter's child, that things have been really tough, things have been hard. He sat the daughter down to ask who is responsible for her pregnancy, and the daughter said it's Davido. So now he's calling on Davido's father to now assist, in taking care of Anna. That it seems that whether they've tried to talk to Davido about it or so, and that it seems Davido doesn't want to accept responsibility for the child. So when the letter got to Davido's father said, wow, he was surprised by it. But he said that, okay, there's no problem. If this Anna is Davido's child, he has several grandchildren. And he said he mentioned 14 grandchildren, that he doesn't have a problem taking care of grandkids. But he wants to first make sure that this Anna is actually Davido's son, and is actually his grandchild. So he now said that he sent his driver to Ibadan. This family, they live in Ibadan. Sent his driver to Ibadan to locate the Anna's mother and Anna's grandmother's house. After locating the house, then the driver should come back. I think they live in Lagos and in Osun State. They are from the Adelekes are from Osun. Current governor of Osun State is Ademola Adeleke, the brother to Deji, Adeleke. So after locating the house of this family in Ibadan, he now communicated, Deji Adeleke, Davido's father, communicated with the family that wants them to run a DNA test. That there's a hospital in Lekki, in Lagos, that he uses for medical checkup and medical care, that he will talk to the hospital so that they can organize a DNA test. So he went to the hospital, told them he wants to organize a DNA test. The hospital informed him that they don't really do the DNA test, they don't conduct it in the hospital, but that they will collect the samples and send it abroad. They will send it specifically to South Africa for the tests. Then when the results come back, they will share the results with them. So Davido's father invited, sent his driver, they picked Anna's mother and Anna's grandmother, took them to Lagos, to the Lekki hospital. He called Davido to be present and Davido's lawyer. So the specimen were taken. They took buccal swabs from the mouth of both Davido. Then another swab was taken of Anna. The samples were sealed and were sent to South Africa. And they now said that when the result is ready, they will share the results with Davido's family and Anna's family at the same time, so that there's no confusion or anything. So when results came back, he invited again the family of Anna. So Anna's grandmother was there, Davido's father was there. The result was shared with both of them. And the result said the probability of Davido being the father of Anna is 0.00%, meaning that it was unlikely that the result says Davido is not the father of Anna. So when the results was showed, the grandmother of Anna was crying, feeling so bad that they went through all of this stress only to find out that the Anna is not Davido's child. So the mother was crying and all that. So Davido's father now said, so probably a mistake was made in the test. That the grandmother of Anna, they can pick any other hospital in Lagos, any hospital that's capable of doing a DNA test. They can pick that hospital and then he would pay for it and they will organize for another test. He asked them that they should not be in a hurry to rush back to Ibadan. He will pay for hotel accommodation for them, so they can stay in Lagos for a week. Then if there are other hospitals they can find where the test can be done, then he would take care of the cost and all of that. But on getting to where they were to lodge, the grandmother was so upset with the daughter, that is the woman who claimed Davido impregnated her. So there was an argument. The grandmother insisted on going back to Ibadan. So they went back to Ibadan, without conducting another test. This happened in 2014, right? So later, in 2020, that's 6 years later, another person was now mentioned in the picture. A sister to Ayo. That's Anna's mother. Anna, the mother is Ayo. Sister to Ayo. That is an aunt to Anna. reached out to Davido's father, that was late 2020, where she suggested that because Davido's father left it open, that if Ano's family could come up with a hospital where the test can be conducted, that he is ready, he will inform Davido, they will go and conduct the test. So late 2020, this aunt to Ano, who is not named, reached out to Davido's father, and Davido's father said yes, that they can do it. So they now arranged another set of tests. The family left Ibadan for Lagos, and before this point, there's a social media influencer and all that known as Kemi Kemi Olonloyo. Kemi Olonloyo is a social media influencer and all that. It always goes viral, on social media. Quite a controversial figure. So that this Kemi Olonloyo now even got involved with the family of Ano. And when she got involved, she was raised all sorts of speculation on social media, including the fact that probably the child is not Davido's child, but it's possible it's B-Red's child. Davido has a cousin called B-Red, you know. So B-Red, yes. So who is a musician too. So Kemi Olonloyo raised the possibility that if the child is not Davido's own, it's possible that it's that of B-Red. So the father of Davido now said, okay, since they are coming to do tests for Davido, they will also arrange to do tests for B-Red, so that they will confirm whether B-Red, Davido's cousin, which B-Red is the son of the governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke. So they now conducted tests. They took two samples of two different hospitals, I think 3 different hospitals or 2 different hospitals, took another sample of Davido in 2020. They took samples from B-Red and they took samples from Ano. So all these tests were carried out 2020. After the 2014 one, 2020, there was this series of tests done. Now, one of the tests, they said the sample was contaminated, so that one wasn't used. But eventually, the results of this 2020 results came out. Davido is not Ano's father, according to the 2020 test. B-Red is not Ano's father. So Ano is not in any way related to the Adelekes. It's not Davido's, it's not B-Red's child. So, but after then, what happened? The grandmother of Ano was not satisfied. That she later went to meet the Oni of Ife, a prominent traditional ruler in I don't maybe I've missed up the timeline now. At the point, either in 2020 or before 2020, after 2020, the grandmother went to meet the Oni of Ife, who is a preeminent traditional ruler in Southwest. Meet the Oni of Ife to prevail on Davido's father to accept Ano as Davido's child. She not only stopped there, she went ahead to meet the traditional ruler of Ede, which is the home of the Adelekes, to convince Davido's father to accept the child. So there are a lot of pressure on Davido's father, from the grandmother of Ano. So in spite of the tests that were done in the past, in spite of the current tests, the tests that were done in 2020 during the COVID period, in spite of all of that, the grandmother was still insisting that the child is Davido's child, and as such, the Adeleke, Deji Adeleke, the father of Davido, should accept the child.